right, have y'all heard about like the biggest Michael Jordan conspiracy that there is?
Oh, I love
The betting?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of got something to do with that. So, I'm just gonna walk
us through it.
I'll hold your hand.
Hold my hand.
Hold my hand.
Kroger. Basically, you remember when he, retired the first time because he said he was, tired of basketball and went and played baseball, and it was like kind of random, which Michael Jordan being tired of basketball, if you've ever watched The Last Dance, it's very hard for me to believe. And the more I dove into this, the more stuff started making sense. So, well, if you look at some factors across the timeline, his father was murdered sitting idly just in a parking lot. And it was rumored that Michael Jordan owed millions of dollars and was in debt to guys in the mafia, guys you do not want to be in debt to, and that he was possibly betting on NBA games, which wouldn't be the first time that something shady happened with the NBA and people betting on games. That's Tim Donaghy. That's another story for another day. What it seems to me and what the conspiracy theory is that Michael Jordan was secretly suspended and they launched an investigation on what happened with Michael Jordan, who he owed money to if he did owe money, was he betting on NBA games? This investigation took a little while, and when it ended, Michael Jordan just magically goes back and starts to care about basketball again. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that are crazy. This one to me is not crazy.
Believable.
I actually believe this one.
You do believe this?
I believe this one.
You believe this one. Okay, so a few things from The Last Dance. When they did make it seem like at that time when Michael Jordan won 3 championships in a row, that was something that hadn't been done before. So he was like, look, I need a break after this. Now it seems like to us, well, no, you just keep playing, right? But at that time it was like, no, it was just absolutely exhausting on him because he was the biggest star in the world. That's the way the documentary made it seem.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I kind of think about that like this. Michael Jordan's unbelievably competitive, right? You have to be competitive at a very high level to have a bunch of success. Do you think they ever go to Jeff Bezos after he's the richest man in the world, like every year for 3 years running, and he's like, man, I want to take a break from being the richest man in the world? I think
he kind of did.
Makes him want it more. I think the archetype, the type person that Michael Jordan is, winning 3, God, it's not winning 4. And then winning 4, man, that's not 5.
Yeah, I get it.
But
he had done something no one had done before.
He had done something no one had done.
No one's gotten 3 is what he said.
It's like they asked Neil Armstrong, what are you going to do now that you walked on the moon? He said, I'm going to go walk on it again.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the mindset.
I don't think he said that.
I believe he said that.
I don't think he said that. I don't think that's the exact quote.
I think that's it.
So what about the baseball strike? Because that's another thing The Last Dance made it seem like is Michael Jordan was going to keep playing baseball, but it was the baseball strike where he was like, to your point, he's so competitive, now I'll go back and play basketball.
I think it just kind of worked out like that a little bit. I think that was somewhat coincidental, even I don't believe in a ton of coincidences. I think there may be a better chance that the MLB knew that the NBA was investigating Michael Jordan.
You think so?
Well, I mean, Michael Jordan was just, you think he's going to stay in a sport where he's just okay at?
I think he wanted to go back and play the sport he's always wanted to play.
It's Michael Jordan. I will never doubt the mindset of Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Not wanting to win more. What was The Last Dance about? What have you always preached about Michael Jordan? His mindset is completely different than any other player who's played in the NBA. So you're saying all of a sudden, oh, we won 3. I'm done with it. There's something fishy.
Yeah, there is. And when it comes to conspiracy theories, the Loch Ness Monster, I don't believe in it. Bigfoot, when are y'all gonna find this guy?
Bigfoot's real.
No way Bigfoot's real.
You'd have found him by now. You'd have found him by now.
Yeah,
there's
it's a whole species.
There's
a whole species that we can't find one?
We found Bobon, we'd have found Bigfoot by now.
On 7-Footer Island?
Eady?
On 7-Footer Island?
Zach Eady
I will
from
say
Purdue?
this about Michael Jordan.
We found him, but not Bigfoot?
I will say this to your point about Michael Jordan. This guy's in here gambling on who can throw the quarter the closest.
Boy has a
and then the dude in the documentary hit him with the shrug.
Yeah.
That was cold. Also, but you think David Stern's just lying? You think David Stern, when David Stern came out and said,
I think David Stern's lying like he lied with the whole Tim Donaghy
Even to this point, though?
Yes.
Like, lie then, I get it, because Michael Jordan's your biggest star and you don't want to...
No,
look, David Stern, everybody works for somebody, buddy.
But right now...
Everybody works for somebody. David Stern or anybody involved in that would have opened their mouth. Who knows?
Michael Jordan's still the biggest star right now.
Yeah.
And the best player ever.
No,
everybody
That
works for somebody.
You don't think that would have gotten out by now, though? Or maybe it has.
It would trash.
Don't even tell us aliens are real.
Do you think
you see the guy who's running the NBA, Adam Silver? Y'all want alien disclosure? Look at this guy. He's straight out of a Men in Black facility.
You think that the NBA is going to let out the face of the NBA, everything that's ever been great
Nike?
about the NBA,
Nike?
who propelled the NBA to levels they'd never been before, they're going to let something come out
Dude,
that'll
Nike
trash
has-
Michael, but not only trash Michael,
Nike has
trash the NBA.
Nike has slave labor, and they get away with it.
Here's my thing, though. The NBA not letting the information out, I understand that. But we've seen with other documentaries, like the McMillions documentary, the mob, people in the mob who have this information, they're the ones who want to talk about it.
Because they're getting arrested.
Yes. So
And
how
have to
has
talk about
that
it.
not
Nobody's
come out?
arrested David Stern.
Huh?
He probably, like he did the Chris Paul trade, he'd be like, no, we're not allowing you to arrest me.
He did do that.
We're not, look, you're the commissioner. The only other commissioner I like more than Dana White and David Stern is Commissioner Gordon off Batman, but they keep capturing him.
I have to do the best I can with what I have.
So I'm doubting his abilities.
If you could make a bet with Michael Jordan, what would it be? What would you wager with Michael?
I bet you couldn't go a day without betting.
That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
That'd be
You'd
my bet.
win. And you'd win.
Yeah. What would you bet, Michael Jordan?
What would I bet Michael Jordan? Michael, I bet you I could jump. Not as high as
No,
you.
I'll tell you what I bet him. I bet I could beat his son in one-on-one. Because I know I can't beat him. All right? Give me Michael Jordan's kid. At least I can say, hey, I beat Michael Jordan Jr.
Is that how you do it?
I'm like, man, I just beat Michael Jordan, y'all. It's Michael Jordan Jr. That's exactly how it would go down.
Exactly.
That's how I live my life.
All right.
Great question. I'm gonna think about that.
All right, do you believe in the conspiracy? Do you believe in the Michael Jordan conspiracy I just said?
I do.
I do.
I now pronounce you man and
Nah.
You don't?
I mean, I
Right.
believe that he.
2 out of 3, it's
I believe
real.
that he
David's all
gambled
in
a
his
lot.
field. 2 out of
I
3,
believe that he
David's all in his
gambled all the
field.
time.
Oh, if it was
He
about
said-
LeBron,
Oh,
he'd
he's
be
like,
the first one.
yeah, he's taking money from China.
Hold on, did y'all say
Aliens are giving him
LeBron?
money.
Oh, he did that. Whatever
Yeah.
it is, he did that.
yeah.
What did Michael Jordan say? I don't have a gambling problem. I have a competition problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we did a segment on
That's probably
glad-
that's like when Fat Bastard from Austin Powers says, I'm unhappy because I eat, but I eat because I'm unhappy.
Well, I'm glad we did a segment on the second best player ever in the NBA. It's just fun.
Definitely.
We haven't done LeBron James.
We just did Michael Jordan. What do you
We
mean?
just
You
talked
tell
about
us
Michael
in the
Jordan.
comments, do you believe in the Michael Jordan was suspended conspiracy theory? We're 2 out of 3 on the set. Let's see what you think.